Hello students, let us see this question. Okay, the graph is given between a stopping potential and 1 upon lambda, and four options are there. So let us see which option is coming. Okay, so from the graph I can easily say the phi 1 will equal to SC upon lambda 1 and the phi 2. So let us call here this is lambda 1, this is lambda 2 and this is lambda 3 here. So SC, sorry, similarly phi 2 will be equal to SC upon lambda 2 and phi 3 will be equal to SC upon lambda 3. So out of four options it is taking the ratio. So if you take the ratio here, phi 1 ratio phi 2 is to phi 3 will be equal to 1 upon lambda 1 ratio 1 upon lambda 2 ratio 1 upon lambda 3. So see, 1 upon lambda 1 is how much given? So this is 1 upon lambda 1 is 0.01. So this will become 0.001 ratio 0.002 ratio 1 upon lambda 3 is given 0.004. So 0.004. So if we take the ratio here, obviously we will get 1 is to 2 is to 4. So see which option is coming? 1 is to 2 is to 4. Option A. So basically option A is correct. Okay. Now option B obviously wrong. If A is correct, the B will be wrong. Now it is saying option C. The tan theta is equal to SC upon E. So let us check this one now. Okay. So as you all know, right, EV naught is equal to photon energy, that is SC upon lambda minus work function, that is phi naught. So from here I can say V naught is equal to SC upon E lambda minus phi naught. So here the graph is plotted between V naught and 1 upon lambda. So this is the V. So from here only I can say, there is no need to do. So from here only I can say this SC upon E will be M. Y is equal to mx plus C. Here this will behave like Y, right, and 1 upon lambda, right, 1 upon lambda will behave like, right, this is V naught is behaving like Y. See, 1 upon lambda will behave like X and this will behave like C. So Y is equal to mx plus C. So slope here is coming SC upon E. So from here I can say the slope will be equal to HC upon E. So slope is nothing but tan theta. So tan theta must be equal to SC upon E. So C, SC upon E. So C option is also correct. Now let us check for the validity of D now. The ultraviolet light can be used to emit the photoelectrons from the metal 2 and metal 3 only. So let us check. Okay. So in order to use this one, I will have to calculate the cutoff wavelength of the all the metals. So let us say for the metal 1, the cutoff wavelength is lambda C is equal to, okay, so I will use here word 1 only. So lambda 1 is the cutoff wavelength of metal 1. So the lambda 1 will be equal to, see, so 1 upon lambda 1, it is given in the question, that is 0.001 nanometer inverse. So from here I can say the lambda 1 will be equal to, right, reciprocal of this. So we'll get here 1000 nanometer. So that is obviously is equal to 1000 into 10 angstrom. Yeah. So this will become 10 raised to power 4 angstrom. Right. Okay, similarly I can find the lambda 2 also. So I can omit these parts I am omitting here, because this part I have done. Okay. So lambda 1 is the cutoff wavelength for the metal 1. Now similarly let us try to find out the cutoff wavelength of second metal now. So I will say 1 upon lambda 2, it is given in the question, that is 0.002 nanometer inverse. So from here I can say if I do the reciprocal both sides, so lambda 2 will be equal to, right, this will become 1000 upon 2. So and this will become nanometer. So once again this will become 500, and if I do the E right, if I multiply 10 power minus 1 into 10, so this will become nanometer. So this and this will get associated and it will become 5000, and this will become angstrom. So lambda 2 I got this one, right? Lambda 1 I got this. Now let us calculate the lambda 3 now. So 1 upon lambda 3 will be, it is given 0.004 nanometer inverse. So if I do the reciprocal both sides, so lambda 3 will be equal to 4000, right? 1000 upon 4 here, and if I multiply both sideways, minus 10 into, right, 10 into 10 is by minus 1, and this will become nanometer. Okay, so this together will become angstrom, right? And this will become here 2500. So this becomes 2500 angstrom. Okay. Now it is saying the ultraviolet light. So these are the cutoff wavelength for all the metals. Now it is saying ultraviolet rays can be used to emit the photoelectrons for metal 2 and 3 only. So as you all know, the wavelength of ultraviolet, this is around 4000 angstrom. So see, right, so if I talk about metal 1, right, so metal 1, that is 10,000. So this is the maximum wavelength up to, right, so this is the maximum right. So since the wavelength of ultraviolet is less than this cutoff, that is 10,000, so for the metal 1 it can be said. So obviously this option is wrong now, because the ultraviolet light has the wavelength of this, and this wavelength is less than the cutoff wavelength of metal 1. So obviously ultraviolet light can be used to emit the photoelectrons from the metal 1. Okay, so from here it can emit, so this ultraviolet light can be used to emit the photoelectron from the metal 1, and option is saying it can emit only from metal 2 and 3. So obviously the option D is wrong, because the ultraviolet light can also be used to emit the photoelectrons from the metal 1 also, because the ultraviolet light has the wavelength less than the cutoff wavelength of the metal 1. So obviously option D is wrong. Okay students, I hope you understood this question.